This happened a couple nights ago, and I got to write it down. Thinking it and saying it sound too crazy. I've been with CMPD long enough to know the worst calls always start the same way. Can you check out a noise complaint? Sounds like a baby crying. That came over dispatch just after 2 a.m. I'm a dad, so of course I'm going to go make sure everything's okay. Area was West Charlotte, just past Mount Holly Road. Old woods near a defunct substation Duke Energy fenced off years ago. I knew the area. Dense, overgrown. Not the kind of place you walk a stroller. It is where a lot of people camp if they don't have homes, so my brain made the call that some poor mama was out there with her baby. I was wrong. Caller didn't leave a name, just said the sound came from deep in the trees. Some drunk guy on his boat, probably out trying to catch some blue cats, heard spooky sounds in the woods. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I went alone. Protocol said I should wait for backup, but I didn't think much of it. Probably a fox. They make noises that'll raise the hairs on your neck. That, or someone dumped a cat in the brush. Or at worst, it's a damn bobcat. Reason I know this is, I've had my run-ins with them in the Lake Norman side of Charlotte quite a few times. They are mean as hell, but trick you by sounding like a baby. I parked on the shoulder and walked about 15 minutes into the woods. No trails, just soft earth and low branches clawing at my vest. The deeper I went, the colder it got. The kind of cold that doesn't belong in Carolina in April, but it's there anyway because the weather can't make up its damn mind. Then I heard it. Software weak. Definitely a baby. A newborn. That's what I thought. It sounded like my baby girl, like the day she came home from the hospital. I froze. It was coming from ahead, somewhere beyond the next ridge. But it wasn't right. The cry looped. Same pitch, same rhythm. Almost mechanical, like it had been recorded. I unholstered my flashlight and moved slow. That's when I saw the eyes. Dozens of them, reflecting back in the dark. They stepped out together. Silent, coordinated. A herd of white deer. Albino. Every single one, bright as bone, antlers like coral, eyes red. There had to be 20 of them, just standing in the trees, blocking my path. They didn't run, didn't twitch, just stared. Their bodies looked off, like they were stitched together wrong, too tall, joints too low. One of them had legs that bent the wrong way entirely, and in the center of them stood one without antlers, smaller, female, maybe. She opened her mouth in a way I had never seen a deer open its mouth, and from her mouth came the baby's cry. I know I couldn't see my reaction, but I know that all color from my body left me at once. I felt hot. I should have run. I didn't. I raised my light, and they turned, all of them, at once. Walked back into the woods in perfect silence, vanishing between the trees. And the crying stopped. Just like that. I stayed there another 30 seconds before my legs started working again. I also might have pissed myself. Back at the cruiser, I tried to call it in. Static. My radio didn't work until I was 5 miles down the road. And brother, that was a long walk. Next morning, I came back with animal control. They found nothing. No prints, no fur, no signs of anything except a tooth in the brush. It was a human milk tooth, a baby tooth. Animal control guy said that's probably where the sound came from, a baby in the woods with a homeless mum. He shrugged his shoulders and chucked it in the woods. I don't know why, but I went and retrieved it afterward and took it home. Call me crazy. Whole department does now. They drug tested me after I gave my report. But here's the thing. Since I've brought that tooth home, I've caught glimpses of white deer in my yard at night. When I'm driving out on patrol, they run out in front of me. I've heard babies crying from the woods behind my house. I hear babies crying when I'm hiking in the mountains, about 200 miles away from Charlotte. I hear them before I go to bed. My daughter is 14. I don't have a baby. She doesn't even live with me. I'm divorced. And the worst thing is, I don't know where that tooth is now. And the reason I'm writing this is because as I sit here in my home, I'm watching my security cameras. There's a white deer in my yard, and now it's screaming and yelling and cursing. But it's not a baby's voice anymore, it's mine.